Basically, the SAP program is about to get a whole lot worse and pretty much a whole lot more expensive since there's going to be a demand for it. Now, if you're a truck driver that's a part of the 170,000 truck drivers that is in prohibited status, you may have to kiss your CDL goodbye come November 18th of 2024. Now, in October of 2021, the FMCSA implemented the Clearinghouse II rule, which essentially states that state licensing agencies, or DMVs, have until that very deadline, November 18th of 2024, to connect their systems to the FMCSA Clearinghouse systems and issue letters to drivers, commercial drivers, that have a violation in the clearinghouse. They have until a certain deadline that the state agency can implement that's within the November 18th deadline. It can actually be before that. And basically, if you're a driver that receives that letter, then you have to undergo a return to duty process, also known as the SAP program. And for those of you who are unaware, the SAP, the SAP program, the Substance and Abuse program, is designed to help drivers, quote unquote, help drivers return to the truck. They undergo a 6-step process. And basically that consists of communicating with a professional, make sure they are a reputable professional. You don't want to get scammed out here. Ain't nobody got time for that in 2024. But that SAP professional implements a comprehensive program that is designed to help drivers who may be struggling with substance and abuse issues. And the intended purpose of a SAP program is to promote a safe and compliant workspace. More on this later. Now, pay attention to step 5 of the SAP program, the return to duty process. If you are part of the 170,000 truck drivers that I just mentioned, you may have already gotten a letter from your DMV, your local DMV, that informs you that you have until a certain date to actually get out of prohibited status to, I guess, prevent your CDL from being downgraded to a regular Class C license. And basically to, prevent all of this from happening, to lose your CDL, get downgraded to a Class C license, you basically have to go through a SAP program, which can range anywhere from $200 to $500. I've seen prices as high as $900. And given that several hundred thousand truck drivers are currently going through this right now, I honestly see the prices of SAP programs going up exponentially. Now, if you guys are familiar with Miss Jerry from the Future of Transportation, she is a YouTuber. She's actually an owner of a trucking recruiting agency that is actually designed to help truck drivers, whether they're SAP drivers or not. They basically help truck drivers get back on a truck, drivers that need a second chance. Shout out to her. Y'all go check out her channel. But she's actually been talking about the Clearinghouse II rule for quite some time. So let's actually take a look at some clips from Ms. Jerry.
This letter came from the state of Virginia. Because you are still in prohibited status at this exact moment in time, you have until August the 12th, 2024. So if you are still in prohibited status, you have not gotten the check mark in step 5, you cannot put your medical card on file.
So you saw that, you heard that. Now notice how these dates of these letters are definitely far from the November 18th deadline. So there's basically a misconception out there amongst truck drivers that the truck drivers themselves have until November 18th to actually get out of prohibited status, where in reality that November 18th deadline is actually not even for the drivers. That November 18th deadline is for the state licensing agencies or the local DMVs in order to get compliant with the FMCSA website, the Clearinghouse, and have their systems communicate with the Clearinghouse systems. Now, whatever the local DMV, whatever those letters that were sent to the truck driver specifically, those are the driver deadlines that the driver has to comply with, just to clear up any confusion out there. So the point of this program is supposed to promote a safe and compliant workspace. The SAP program is designed as a second chance program, something to help, truck drivers get back on the road. I completely understand and sympathize with them, but at the end of the day, you subject yourself to a lot of missed opportunities if you decide to, be a truck driver and a druggie. Both of them just don't go together, and the FMCSA is now making this abundantly clear. Time and time again, carriers are hesitant to hire SAP drivers, and honestly, most of them just outright deny truck drivers that, want to get back on the truck. And there are very few trucking companies out there that are willing to take SAP drivers, and one of the more popular SAP friendly trucking companies, W2, is actually Sweet Express. They're hiring right now for SAP drivers, and even they have a quota of how many they can take. You do need at least 3 months of experience, so new CDL holders, even people with a permit that have a clearinghouse violation, they may not even qualify to work at Sweet Express. And that's honestly sad, because even that small minority of people that felt a drug test in trucking school, or they're a new CDL holder and they failed a trucking test, while they already have limited trucking opportunities as it is, they have an even smaller amount of trucking opportunities. They may not even have any at all. Aside from Sweet Express, there are some shady 1099 carriers, some Chicago-based carriers like Super Ego. Shout out to them. Do not email me. Please don't. I'm not taking that video down. You have mom and pop carriers that may give you a chance. Also, maybe 1099, no benefits. And then you also have food service, touch freight jobs that may give you a second chance out there. Few and far in between. You just have to do your research. Bottom line, your options are pretty limited if you're a SAP driver, so don't even get yourself into that situation to begin with. Why subject yourself to so many limited opportunities? Why even put yourself through that? You can't drive a commercial motor vehicle, you lose your livelihood, you can't provide for your family, and you're pretty much on the verge of self-deletion because you can't provide for your family. Don't mean to get graphic, but I'm just telling it like it is. But hey, those are my thoughts and feelings about the implementation of Clearinghouse II, and how basically the SAP program is about to get a whole lot worse and pretty much a whole lot more expensive, since there's going to be a demand for it. But if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate that. Now, currently I'm doing a giveaway, and if you refer to my community tab post and follow the directions, you will be able to enter for it. There are currently 40 participants right now. I have about 3,500 subscribers. I would like for more people to participate in it. But yeah, please refer to that community tab post. I'll also post the instructions in my pinned comment down below. And yes, if you enjoy videos like this, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'm Tasia Woods, and I'll see you next time.